Hey there guys, what's up? It is Crashmaster, and guys, I'm really sorry about this. Also, I got some confirmation news, mods. The Switch, I from my mother point of view, cause she's the one who sent it back for me. Since I'm not exactly good with shipping stuff. I only know how to press the buy and click button on Amazon. Basically, guys, really quick, the Switch has been fixed apparently. I wasn't sure if they were gonna bring another get a new one for me. Like Nintendo, I wasn't sure if they were just gonna send me a brand new one or fix it. But for the way she says it, my mother says they fixed it. I wasn't sure if it was something wrong with it or it was bent. There's a lot of problems and a lot of videos you could probably find on the internet because apparently my Switch was bent. And that could have really messed up the tablet, which is like the portable Switch version. But luckily, nothing bad happened with that. But anyways, guys, today we were talking about today we're gonna go back to the Better Together update video. These videos will also be in a playlist if you guys are interested in watching some of the other ones, because this is part 4, if I'm not mistaken. I also had my first day of high school. The school is fantastic. I actually went on Thursday and Friday. The school was fantastic. Lots of nice people, lots of nice teachers. The problem is the school. It's a little different from the way they were setting up when I visited in early 2016 and 17, like in the summer. So I'm gonna be changing schools because the thing is they learn a different kind of subject. I'll get into more detail into that later, but right now, just a few things going on. I probably won't be able to upload as frequently because I'm thinking about changing another high school, and I live in New York, and there's different curriculums, and it depends how early and how late I get home. So last time, like I said, I'll probably be recording on the weekend, which I actually am recording this on a Saturday, because Friday, this weekend really flew by. Like Friday was just I felt like I was sick, so I passed out on my chair. Then I passed out on the bed when I got up. Saturday was yesterday. It was just way too fast. I was gonna record, but then I just decided to work on a little bit of stuff. And today I was looking at the high school books I have, researching on another high school, blah 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 blah. Just a bunch of work today. But yeah, guys. Basically, today let's just get back to the Better Together update. I know I said last video I was probably not gonna let me see. Yeah, the part 3 is uploaded by now. So yes, basically, mods, this is gonna be, we're about not halfway there, I wish. We're about a third of the way there. Yeah, just under, we're actually just over a third of the way there. So let's see if we can keep this pace up. Maybe we'll get to 30 or 40 minutes. That would be a miracle. But right now, let's see. Also, I'm really sorry about the quality. Let me go to more options real quick. Can I fix that? No, 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 nope. Stats for nerds. I'm not looking at that. That's probably gonna be some weird, really mean stuff of YouTube put it well, if you're a nerd, you're probably gonna like this. Why would anybody put that? I don't know, but anyways, guys, let's get back to this. Alright, so the video quality is a little messed up because I'm recording this on my Xbox, on YouTube. It's not like a capture card built in my computer, so the quality will get a little bit better because YouTube and Netflix just tends to happen, but let's just hope that the quality will get better.
So maybe they're going to wait to see, exactly how that's going to work out. But for now, there's no sword blocking. And then things like minecarts with furnaces they're not in the game either. Once again, not the biggest deal in the world. I actually just built a mini game with a furnace and a minecart, which is
Now I'm planning on trying to make a minigame sort of like this. Maybe it'll be like a racing game or how hungry you'll get. But I'm planning on doing something like that. I just need to make up the base of the idea for it. So yes, I saw this minigame he actually made. It's really fun. But let's just see how this played out.
And then there are a few other builds that use.
I also didn't know you could actually do that. I didn't know if you put if you click left or right trigger, it can actually run. It could be powered. I never knew that. That's really brilliant.
That's not in the game anymore, so that's just a bit of a shame. It was a bit of a cool little novelty.
That really sucks though, because he just built the minigame too.
That in the future.
I really did like the episode. It was really clever. The idea
doesn't work on this version yet. So in the beta, you can transfer your worlds across from the X.
Now here's the part I really hope they're gonna get fixed, guys. I'm not gonna say anything more than that, but just watch and trust me. You guys are gonna be mad if this happens to your world.
Xbox One. I have versions of my world on the Xbox One. I kind of constantly bring them across almost as a way to back them up, just so I have them on another platform as well. And the way you transfer them across is great, by the way. It's so easy. You basically go sync worlds. As long as you're on the same gamer tag, there's a list of all your worlds. You click them. It's quick. That world is just suddenly in that version. That system is amazing. They couldn't have done that better. My world at the moment doesn't work. Anytime I go to bring it across, it crashes the game. There was a really, really old version of my lovely world that I was able to bring across, like literally from 2015, this version of my world. So
okay, that's yeah, okay guys, we're about to get to the main part. I know he just talked a little bit, not being rude anymore, Stamps, not being, but just letting you know, this is, if you, I might have said it once in like the first video of this or the second video, but trust me guys, this is about to get so, I didn't even want to buy the beta after I saw this, or even try it. I know it's free, like I said, buy. I don't even want to download the beta after this. I hope they finish this and well, no, it's actually alpha, then beta, then the final version. There's no alpha of this, it's only the beta, but I hope they fix this.
Like, it's a pretty empty,
because this is a big issue right now.
And that was when I really noticed how different the game looks, because I spend so long in my lovely world that seeing it in this new version, it looks just completely different. It looks so different, and it's hard to put your finger on exactly why. And I think the description I said of almost saying it looks like a toy is a good way to put it. So let me put some footage on screen now, so you can kind of see what it is that
it looks really
some glitches in
weird.
There, the way that the edge of the world kind of chops things.
Like, I watched his videos ever since episode 1 of Minecraft Stumpy, but it just looks so weird.
Some of the water is just completely black. There was a doorway which kind of turned into sponge. So there's a few little glitches going on there. I don't know
that's a problem.
My current lovely world, which is crashing the game.
I don't want any black water in my world. I don't want green water. I don't want white water. I don't want, like, well, I was about to say blue. Water is always blue. Like, it's swamp biomes. That looks worse than swamp biome water. And the water in the beta version doesn't even look that good if you want to go and see the last video. Around, like, the middle to end. Like, probably the end I looked at the water. It looks terrible. Trust me. It looks so flat and looks so, like, plain and weird. Trust me, guys. They gotta fix this before they release this. I think it's about to come through, like, end of summer to fall. Well, it's already the end of summer when this video's uploaded. For about a week, I think it's been the end, but they need to fix this thing before fall, like, it actually comes out, because Mojang is probably gonna be really upset, like, why we have to give all this money away? We made so much money with all this new features, and look what happened. Now everybody hates Mojang and blah 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 blah. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but they need to fix this.
Whatever that is, they need to get it fixed. I'm sure they.
He agrees too. They need to get this fixed.
My lovely world wasn't going to work. And speaking about things not working, most of my mini games, well, probably about, I'd say about 70% of my mini games that use redstone don't work in this new version.
Okay, now that's a problem. Now, some of these minigames, I actually do have a list of some of my favorite buildings and minigames he does. That's really, really bad. I kind of feel sorry now. All these years and now, new version of Minecraft doesn't make it work whatsoever.
Maybe they're going to fix something, but in one way or another, a lot of the games didn't work. I made a list out of some of the ones I tested, so as I said, this is a version without too many minigames in, but...
If you look right there, like all in the background too, the water just makes it look so eerie and kind of like really bad. Like, it's just, like, weird. It's like worse than swamp water mites. I just can't look at it. I hope that doesn't go to my world. I really don't.
They didn't all work just because the redstone, for some reason, is just slightly different.
The colors look super weird, too, like the Rubik's Cube.
Didn't work at all, because the whole mechanic of that game just doesn't work. Like, the way you sit on a pig in a minecart and move it, you just can't do that in this new version. So,
man.
Hopefully, they get it so everything works. I'm assuming that I'm going to have to spend a long time going through and fixing all of my mini games, because it would have been more unlikely if they did work in this new version. And not even just my mini games, just anything mechanical with redstone. Recycle Michael just completely doesn't work. My little robot that recycles things just doesn't work at all, and I probably think never will. And then things like my treadmill doesn't work, like the washing machine. So a few other things in my...
man, I kind of did like the treadmill idea. That's pretty cool, but it's a little slow.
I think there's a good chance a lot of that just stuff will never work, and the stuff that will work, I think I'm going to have to spend a really long time kind of just going through and fixing it. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. That is something that there's a lot of room for improvement on. The way you transfer the world works really well. It's just kind of some of the finer details that they need to try and work out and make sure it doesn't...
Now, to be honest, guys, I personally, when I played the Pocket Edition way back when I was younger, around like 9 or 10ish, when I did play the Pocket Edition on my iPad, I never really even like used to do like any redstone building or whatnot. Like, granted, it was still kind of like an early version of Minecraft at the time, like about 4 or 5 years ago when I played it at first. But I never really even did anything with it. So I was like mostly into like fighting the mobs and whatnot. And I was mostly like just about like into building and the fighting and stuff like that. Like I used to play with my cousins and friends. We didn't really care about anything like that. It was just kind of like a fun little game where we could just like kill each other or like build whatever the heck we want.
Crash when I try and bring my lovely world across, which is going to be very important. Right, there's no mini games. That's one of the kind of bigger things that have.
Oh no! Pause. I'm sorry. I know I just paused, but no mini games. That's a huge issue. I know I think they are gonna add servers and stuff like that. According to like the trailer, I did a review on myself, but come on, Mojang. Why they just added some of these minigames in, like the glide one a while ago? That's a problem. These servers better be really nice.
That have been added to the console versions. A lot of people have spent a lot of money on a lot of the maps that you can download and play on, and they're simply not going to be in the new version, which is a shame because I love the mini games. Like, I really enjoy playing the mini games. I do a video on them almost every week. I do my videos on the glide maps. I do all my challenges in the battle mini game. And kind of Microsoft's response to people saying where the mini games is saying, but we're adding servers and there's hundreds of servers and all of these games. And, you know, why would you just want a few mini games when you have all of that?
Well, that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. Like, it's just like, it's kind of like saying, like, he made an example, like, earlier in one of the videos. It's basically like, it's kind of like saying, like, why would you give us something, why would you give us hundreds and thousands of that are worse? If there's like a little bit less than that, but they're still great. They're better than the other one. Granted, I'm not saying that the service won't be bad. I probably will check them out myself on the channel later when it comes out. But I'm just saying that like the minigames are fun, so maybe add a couple more. Like I know it's not gonna get any new updates, but that's a problem. Like, I was, like, they made a whole, like, kind of listing, like, if you go in your worlds on the Xbox version, you can just keep going down to see how many worlds you have, or how many texture packs there are, or how many you can join. Why would they make, like, a huge list like that? Like, I'm pretty sure there was no way to change that, or they just didn't care. But it looked like there was going to be a lot more minigames, and I was really excited about that. But now we only have, like, Battle minigame, the Spleef, like, which is the Tumble, and the Glide minigame, which is the Elytra. My personal favorite is actually the battle minigame, because every now and then, even without recording, I always just want to go in there on like competitive mode, 16 player mode, just to see how many people I can like destroy, or how many people can destroy me. I just have a lot of fun playing the battle one.
I mean, I have a little bit kind of just on other people's channels. I've never had much fun playing on servers. I kind of got all my own reasons. I know I'm not the only person like this who just doesn't play on servers, but was playing the mini games. You know, and the thing is for me is I've always had access to servers. It's not like, oh, and now you can go on servers. You know, I have.
Okay, that was weird.
I have Windows 10. I have the Java edition. Like, this isn't something new. I always had access to servers. They never interested me.
Now, granted, guys, I actually am kind of I never really played, as I said, Minecraft on a PC version whatsoever. Like, I played it once, didn't really like it because, as I told you guys a while ago, I am bad with keyboard controls. But at the moment, like, I'm really interested in the servers. Like, there's gonna be a way to like play with a controller and a touchscreen. Like, they're gonna probably modify it somehow, which is really cool in my opinion. I'm just hoping that they will make it an even way, because it's going to be hard to, like, beat me if I have a whole controller, like a pro controller. If you're only going to be touching with your little fingers or whatever. Well, not granted, you're saying little. In general, like, your fingers. It's going to be way harder, unless you're, like, the ultimate tablet or phone player. But granted, I really do like servers in general, even though I never played them. I've watched a few videos. I really do like the maps and like the concepts and stuff like that. I am a really big fan of that.
I enjoyed playing mini games. I like the fact that there's no microtransactions in there. They're not trying to ask you for VIP rank or, you know, buy this upgrade and, you know, it'll improve you. Like, I love the fact that it's like that. There's also a whole load of safety concerns in terms of being online. Like, a big thing for me is the console versions was just the safe version of Minecraft. That was the version that you could give to a child of any age with it online, and you could say that play. Just, you know, explore the game, do what you want. Of course, there's parental controls you can put on it on top of that, but you can only join a game with your friends. Even when you do, there's no tech.
Now, for guys, like for this instance, you'll only probably see something like this without the Better Together update, like on a PC or a Mac or a computer version in general. Now, I have watched Captain Sparkle's Hunger Game videos. They kind of remind me of this. Like, it gives you a timer or whatnot. Then everybody can like fight each other at a certain point. Like with like it's nothing like Hunger Game maps on like Xbox or even like on a Pocket Edition where like you have to like follow the rules, or somebody can like one of your friends can accidentally like not understand the rules and then they just attack everybody. They have like a really OP armor or sword or whatever. But with PCs or stuff like that, like granted you can do that on Xbox with host privileges, but so much easier like with like command blocks or whatever, just like, or even like a downloaded thing like this with servers where they give you the rules. I have watched Captain Sparkle's videos doing on Hunger Games, like in a world where we're gonna play some Hungry Games. Like I watch that. I've been watching those a little bit more. Maybe I won't do a reaction. No, that'd be weird. I probably will. Now that I have said it, leave a comment if you want to see a reaction to Captain Sparkles. Leave a comment on that. But in general, I am a big fan of those. And I do like the idea of that, like when you can when you get a few minutes or whatever, then like the host could play deathmatch, like DM like /DM for deathmatch. Then like the snow comes in, and if you go out, you instantly die or you get really really hurt. I do like the idea of service like that, but it's a limit because Pocket Edition is of course gonna hold back, and the PC was always diverse, so it could just about do anything, but the console can't really do as much, but it still hold a lot. With the Pocket Edition, it's holding it back, so they're gonna have to compromise in the middle somewhere. But if this is like the service like right now in the beta, like I say it's pretty good. But you're disconnected so easily, it seems, which is not good.
You search for a game, you're straight in a game, you play the game ends, straight into another game, and you're just playing. You know, there's no
you're just constantly doing it,
which for some people is a little bit limiting, but for someone concerned about safety, that's a good thing. You know, that was the last kind of completely locked off version of the game. Now their servers, they are adding a whole load of safety features to these servers, and I think they're trying to verify them. Of course, it's a little bit of the Wild West. Once you open up the door and say, right, you can have direct text communication with strangers, no matter how many words are banned, no matter how many moderators you have, you're not creating a completely secure, safe environment there.
That is kind of like a thing too. Like Xbox versions right now, they actually do have these things called where are they? It's somewhere around here. I'm not exactly sure. Like in the Friends thing, they have something called Friends and Clubs. That's kind of like this on the Xbox version, basically, guys. Where it's like you can actually set up a club. I'm not even in a club in general Xbox, because not many of my friends have an Xbox One, usually like a PS3 or Xbox 360 or something else. But in terms of that, you can actually set up rules or like text like saying no swearing, child friendly only, 10 plus. You can do like that, but not everybody's gonna like obey. They'll just be in a club and they could just be a full-time cursor, but they don't like to do griefing or whatnot, or he or she is not a full-time cursor. Not granting that a lot of people are like that, but people will just curse in general. Like you'll see a few YouTubers who like say stuff, auto censor it because of YouTube's new algorithm now. Granted, I never cursed in like in general in any conversation that I can remember, but in terms of that, it's not gonna be completely safe. But they're trying to make sure that, like, if you're a 5-year-old playing in the Hunger Games, or, like, your little friends or whatever, like, I've never really met a 5-year-old to play Minecraft in general. But, he or she could. If they're that good with a Pocket Edition. It's like the baby version, kind of. Like, anybody can play, even a baby, if they know how to use their hands by then. Basically, it's not going to be a full-time safe thing, because if you're just like let's say 10-year-old, you're 10-year-old with your headphones, and you're playing on a server, on your whatever, like on any console or Mac or whatever, and somebody's like cursing or swearing with his friends on a YouTube channel they have, even if it's bleeped or whatever, you're still hearing it. You're not hearing editing stuff. Nobody can do that. So it's not always going to be a safe thing, but it's the best they can do under these standards.
I heard about this version coming to console and heard about servers, I hadn't really played much on the Pocket Edition servers, the Bedrock Engine ones, and I literally logged onto one server. I don't really want to say that. Actually, I'll say the name of it. It was the Lifeboat server, and I just logged on just because I heard a reputation about it, and literally joined in the middle of pretty much the most inappropriate conversation you could
Oh.
imagine. And I
Oh
literally,
no.
like, the first time ever been on a Bedrock Engine server, I took a bunch of screenshots, and then I was like, okay, let's try out a different server. I jumped onto Mineplex, and it was the exact same thing. And I was like, what's going on here? Like, literally, people.
Yeah, like that. Like, not everybody's gonna be having, like, nice conversations. Granted, nobody has bad conversations, but it's just like that. Like, it can even happen on PC, or any game. Any game in general. Call of Duty, Dragon Ball, Forza, Halo. It's just any multiplayer game. Some people are gonna have rude conversations, but nobody can really ignore that. Unless there's like a certain way, but nobody can really ever like get rid of that because that's people's opinions. You can't just tell people to stop playing or whatever because that's bad for publicity or whatever.
People asking for other people's personal details and role playing things they shouldn't be role playing. It was awful. I couldn't believe it because I was like, this is literally my first time ever, joining onto it. And this isn't the beta or anything. This is the Pocket Edition. This is the version that's been out for ages. So, I took a bunch of screenshots of it. Of course, I sent it off to Microsoft, and they said they're going to look into it. And so, of course, there could be improvements since then. But, it is concerning, if you are a parent watching this, that's something to bear in mind is now, if they are playing on the console version, it's not this locked off secure version where you can only communicate with people's on your friends list. It is open to anyone really. So,
Okay, well, I never really even heard like a random conversation like every now and then. But in terms of Xbox, the way how I use it is that I have a mic or whatever like on my headset, and then the only way I set it up my Xbox to do is that I have to join a party, which is right here. And other people could join the party, but if they don't have like a headset, like they can have a headset and hear the conversation mics. But if they don't have the speak not the speaker, what's it? I always forget the name of it. The mic. If they don't have the mic, I'm using a mic right now. What's wrong with me? If they don't have a mic, they can't be in the conversation. So that's the thing. You don't need to talk to them, but it's like, is there a way to like get it like that? Like you can. There's only one way. From the ways he's saying it, from Stampy's point of view, in the beta at least, it sounds like there's no way to unfortunately get rid of that. Like it's open, but maybe they'll find a patch for that in like the final release. I have no idea. I have no saying in this. It's just me reacting to like all this information. I'm like, whoa, this is a little different from what I expected. To be fair.
it's going to be pretty much impossible to moderate folly after that point, which is kind of one of the other concerns. And another thing which isn't as big of a concern is the fact that you don't have that close community feel that you have with minigames, because there's only a few different minigames, and every time they add a new glide map, it's an event. People are doing videos about this new glide map, everyone's trying to get their world record and competing with each other. It becomes an event because it's
That's kind of like the videos I do. Like, for instance, he does a series on like where he tours like the glide map, or he does like, can you beat my time, like stuff like that, Mike. So yeah, personally, like if you see some of my videos, I don't upload battle mini games or even spleef game. I haven't uploaded a battle spleef game in a long time. A battle mini game I uploaded a while back, but it was like a couple months ago. I usually do like now I usually do the videos on like not regularly, but I usually do them when a new map comes out. So I usually wait for like the battle packs or whatever, or do like a different series on it. I'm not sure about that, but in terms of it, I usually do like on the new maps, of course.
a rarer thing. It makes it exciting when there's however many servers they're boasting about that there are in the world. When one of them adds a new Hunger Games map, you might hear about it, but it's not an event like it is with the current.
That's the thing. It's like saying like before, like you got so many of them, and they're like it's really cool. I like a lot of them, but it's just like it's not as special because there's like so many. What's the point of making another one? Because it's rare that you'll ever find it, and if it's really popular, it's just gonna be so much regular. Like in terms of that. Like every day's gonna be a regular like that. But in terms of it, you got so many. It's just like, what's the point of making another one? Like even if it's a little bit better, what's the point? It's just too many to play. If it's like hundreds of thousands of servers, but then you got so many like you barely have any like on the Xbox One edition or Xbox like the mini games. Yeah, new one is like a really big event. So in terms of that, that's how he's kind of translating it. Like too many of them, it's really cool, but it's like it's not special. Yeah, when there's a little bit of them and one new comes out every now and then, it is kind of like a special event.
Mini games, and also just the way the mini games are, the way they're streamlined, the way you can search and immediately be in, and things like the way it works in battle mini game where you just open a chest and you immediately grab everything. Then if you run over armor, you're just wearing it. Little things like that a lot of other servers just aren't, they're just not doing it with that fine of a detail, or maybe they don't have the control that 4J have to kind of add things and alter, the way the game works overall. So there's a lot of those little tiny touches, which has made me enjoy battle mini games where, for whatever reasons, I haven't enjoyed playing other games on servers so much, whether it's the maps or those minor details. And then another big thing as well is it just won't be balanced as well on servers, because I know it's better together and it's great to have everyone playing and, with each other is great in theory. The problem is when it's people on PC, on console, and on tablets where they could be on screen or with a controller or with a mouse and keyboard, it basically means that when you're playing PvP games, if you're serious, you're going to have to play on PC, because I don't want to go up against someone using a keyboard if I'm on a controller, and also if I'm going up against someone with a touchscreen, I know you can be pretty good with a touchscreen when you get used to it, but you're not.
That's the thing, as I was saying,
it's not
a couple minutes ago. It's not going to be balanced whatsoever. Like as a body, like he's saying, like you're not gonna, like me and him saying, stabbing me, you're not really gonna be at, like you might be like if he's a noob on a controller, but if it's a pro, like sort of like, I'm not gonna call myself a pro, but if you've been on it for like quite a while, like I've been on the consoles for a long time. I don't play the Pocket Edition anymore whatsoever, like never, probably like once a year, to be fair. Like if if I get bored on the road or whatever, not once a year, like probably rare, like if I go on a vacation or whatever. But even then, I don't even play Minecraft at all. I usually just play on the Xbox. But like in terms of that, it's like it's not gonna be fully balanced unless they still have a server like only Xbox. Like if there's a way to detect it, like only controllers allowed in this server, only keyboards allowed in this server, only touchscreens allowed in this server. It's not gonna be as well balanced. Like I say, controls and keyboards are just barely even, because it depends how good you are with like with keyboard controls, but I'm absolutely a master with controller in general. Like I usually play it on the Wii all the time, and with a DS devices like a controller or DS. Keyboards or whatever, I can't get like how fast people games like Ali, other people who play like Call of Duty, Halo. So I just can't get my way around do like that with like the space bar or the regular things, or the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 like on the top, or with like, or it's just a mouse thing. Like if it's a horror game like Five Nights at Freddy's or anything like that, I can do that, but I just can't handle all the buttons. It's just too much for me. Like a controller, it's like buttons and like triggers and like RB and LB and stuff like that, but it's just so much simpler, at least to me, because I'm used to it. But nobody's really gonna beat you. Like anybody could really kind of beat you, like OP Omega Minecraft player on a tablet. You'll probably just barely have a shot on being somebody average on a controller. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying. Unless they figure out a way to balance that, it's not going to work as great.
Devices with different input methods than others. It just means that there's no way that it can be balanced properly unless they start separating it off, saying, right, everyone with a controller is playing here, everyone with screen is here, everyone with PC is here, which means it's going to take longer to find games because you're kind of splitting the community in ways.
That's the thing. I was just thinking that, like, wait, what's the point of calling it Better Together if they're gonna, like, yeah, because that's the thing. If they do this update, they can't exactly, that's the middle ground, like, anybody can use it. But the problem is, if you're, like, a noob at even at, like, keyboard, like, probably at a controller or keyboard in general, it's not gonna be as, like, it's gonna be not as easy, but it'll still be pretty, like, more easier than the touchscreen, because you need to use your fingers, which is kind of even more better in a way than controllers, because you're like manually doing it, you're manually like touching the screen and whatnot. But it's just so much harder because it's like you get the feel of the controller and you grasp it, like all the buttons, and it's like muscle memory and stuff like that. So it's kind of pointless if you're gonna like split it up, like I said, like all controllers, all the keyboard, all touchscreen on this server or whatnot. It's kind of pointless of calling it to Better Together and to stay unified, because there's like no purpose whatsoever. But that's all I can say for this video, guys. So I hope you all enjoyed it. We're halfway there. So I say maybe part 5-ish. this no, not part 5, because this is part 4 I'm recording. Maybe part 6 or 7. 7 at the most, mostly, or 6. It's either 6 or 7. That's all I'm gonna say. This will all be in a playlist once this series is over, or once my doc comes back, because it's shipping back now, and soon I'll be recording Rabbit Kingdom Battle, which Mario plus Rabbit Kingdom Battle, which I just got and I haven't played yet because I don't want any spoilers. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'll be playing Breath of the Wild. I am going to be playing One to Switch with Soul Taker once again because he wants to do another video on that. But guys, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Please give a like, subscribe to Stampy's 2 channels and my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell button. I will see you all in the next Better Together update review video. Later, guys!